Okay, so we're going to start stem and leaf plots. So a stem and leaf plot is another way to organize a list of numbers. Okay, so the data that we are organizing or displaying is going to be numbers. So we call that numeric data. Okay, it's almost spelled like numbers, but just a little bit different. So this is what a stem and leaf plot looks like. Okay, it has two lines, kind of like a T-chart. It has stem and it has leaf. So when you have something like this, that does not 215. That's not a number. This, if you'll extend this line just a little bit, that line right here is this line here. That represents this line. Okay? So if you have a 2 here and a 5 here, that means 25. So if you have a 2 here and a 5 here, that represents 25. Okay, so if you had 26, you would put a 6 here and only write your stem one time. So here is an example of your stem and leaf plot. Okay, here's a list of numbers. So we're going to write our steps up here. Okay, so step 1. We're going to take our numbers down here and we're going to order them from least to greatest. Okay, so we're going to order from least to greatest. And remember, you can always pause the video and catch up if I'm going too fast. Alright, so we're going to order them from least to greatest. That's our step 1. So if we're going to come down here, we'll use this area at the bottom here to put them in order from least to greatest. So 29, 25, 33, we're going to put these numbers in order from least to greatest. Okay, so our smallest number is 21, so we're going to put 21. And then 23. Then we have two 25s, so we have to include both of them. And then we have 29. Then we have 30, 32, and 33. Then we have 44 and 60. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So we put our orders in. We've done our step 1. Step 2, okay, come back up here and put step 2. We are going to group our numbers, numbers, by the tens, their tens place. Okay, group the numbers by the tens place. All right, so we're going to look at their tens place. See, in 21, that would be the tens place, tens place, tens place, tens place, tens place, tens place, and so on. Okay, so that means if I group by the tens place, that just means I group all the 20s together. And then all the 30s together. And then we only have one group of 40 and one group of 60. All right, so that's step 2. Step 3 is just going to be to create the stem and leaf plot. Okay, we take our numbers and we put them on the plot. So here we go. This is going to be stem and leaf. So we have to put stem and leaf. We have to put that or we're not going to know what kind of stem and leaf plot, what kind of display what we have. So on the stem side, the only really rule is you can start with whatever number you want and end with whatever number you want, but it has to be in counting order. Meaning if I start with 2 and I need to end with a 6, I better say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even though I don't have any 50s, it has to be in counting order. Okay, so again, it doesn't matter what I start with. I could start with 1 over here or 0, it doesn't matter, but I have to go in counting order. Okay, consecutive order, counting by ones. So if I look at my list, okay, I could start with 1, but I could start with a 1 here, but I just wouldn't have anything on the leaf side. But I could start with the 2 since 21 is my smallest number. So I'm going to start with 2. And again, I have to go in counting order. So I have to go all the way to 6, but I have to go in order. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even though I don't have any 50s, this is just going to be blank over here. Okay? Just like on the dot plot, when we wrote our number line, if we didn't have that number, we just didn't put a dot above that number on the number line. But we still had to have it there. So on the leaf side, you just need to make sure you're going from least to greatest on the leaf side. Okay, that's the ones place. So for the most part, this is the tens place. It could go into the hundreds, and this is the leaves is always just the ones place. So we're going to start with 21. So we're going to say 21. That's how we would write 21. 23. So 23. Notice I'm not putting commas. I'm just putting spaces in between them. Then we have 25 and 25. So 25 and 25. I'm just writing the ones place. And then 29. So it's like 21, 23, 25, 25, 29. It's like they got really lazy and only wanted to write that tens place once. Then I have 30, 32, and 33. So I have 30, 32, and 33. 44. I don't have any 50s, so I'm just going to leave it blank. That doesn't mean that you put 50 in your list. That just means there's no 50s. And then you have 60. So that's what your stem and leaf plot would look like with that list of numbers. So your minimum value is 21. Your maximum value is 60. I could also mark these out and find the median. I could add them together and divide and find the mean. I could subtract 60 minus 21 and find the range. I could even go as far as to find the interquartile range, okay, like we did yesterday or the day before. So the key, we're going to make a key. We usually start with the least value and we say 2 and then this line right here and a 1 equals 21. It's kind of like you're showing people how to read it with the key. All right, so let's go up here. They have a stem and leaf plot there for you. So these numbers, if I were to make my list, it would be 41, 52, 57, 58, and so forth. Okay, so let's make our list up here. We have 41, 52, 57, 58, 65, 66, 70, 75, 78, 3 times right here. Okay, even if it's listed 3 times, I have to list it 3 times in my list. Then we have 80, 80, 95. So I'm going to make sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, I didn't miss any numbers. All right, so now we're going to look at what it asks us to do as far as what we do with this list. So it says the number of students who sold between. Now, guys, if it says between 50 and 60, that does not include 50 or 60, okay? It's in between 50 and 60. So up here, in between 50 and 60 would be those 3 numbers, okay? So I'm going to put a 3 right here. 3 numbers are between 50 and 60, okay? So 3 is going to be equal to the number of students who sold between 79 and 96. So look at your list, between 79 and 96. So that's 3 numbers as well, okay? And I can look at this and see the same information. So I put a 3 there. And so how I do it when they have this really wordy problem, I break it down like that and I actually write the numbers on the chart or on the stem and leaf plot above the information in the answer. And then I read it like this. 3 is equal to 3. Okay, that's going to be true. I'm looking at 1. I'm looking for something that best describes it, a statement that best describes it. Okay, a statement is just a sentence. Excuse me. So I'm saying that's true. So let's go on and make sure I didn't make a mistake here. The median is 66. So the middle number is 66. Well, I've got to go up to my list and I've got to find the median. They are saying it is 66. Oh, but it's in between 70 and 75. Okay, so there's no way that it could be 66. So that's going to be false. C, the number of students who sold more than 80 items is greater than the number of students who sold fewer than 80. So more than 80 does not include 80. If I wanted to include 80, I would say 80 or more. This says more than 80. So that means all of these numbers more than 80, there's only one, and it's 95. So I'm going to put a 1 there. There's only one that's more than 80 on this list. Okay? Fewer than 80. Again, I'm not going to include 80. So all of these numbers here are fewer than 80. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's 11 that are fewer than 80. So I'm going to read this. 1 is greater than 11. That's false. 1 is not greater than 11. Excuse me. The most common number of items sold is 80. Excuse me. The most common number means which one is repeated the most, which one is listed the most often in the list, which one is the most common. So it's really easy to see that on a stem and leaf plot. Okay, I see that 80 is repeated twice. I see that 78, okay, see that 78 is there 3 times. And I think that is the winner right there. So the most common number of items sold is not 80, it's 78. So that is false as well. So that means A is going to be our answer choice. Sorry if you couldn't see that. All right, so on the back, the total number of cupcakes sold at a fundraiser is shown in the stem and leaf plot. So if you look at this right here, we have 12, 13, 15, 15, 15, 15, and so forth. And then our largest number is going to be 37, our smallest 12. So which statement is best supported, that means which one is true, by the data in the stem and leaf plot? So the range of cupcakes sold is 27. Remember, range is a subtraction problem. So it's the highest number, the largest number, minus the smallest number. And we get 25. So if they're saying the range is 27 or 19, we figured out that it was 25. Both of those are incorrect. Okay, so that's false and that's false. The most common number sold is 15. So again, the only work I'm asking you to show is maybe circle these, do something to show me that you knew that 15 is repeated 4 times. 24 is repeated twice. 37 is repeated twice. So I think 15 is the winner. So the most common number of cupcakes sold cannot be 30 because it was 15. So it's going to be C. All right, on this one, you can make a list of numbers if you want, 21, 22, 22, 24, 25, 25, 27, 28, and so forth, and see which dot plot matches the stem and leaf plot, okay? So I start looking so I can start getting rid of some answer choices and making my life a little easier. So I notice that this one has 2 26s, okay? There's other problems too, but this has 2 26s. There is no dots above 26, so I'm going to mark that one out. This again has 2 26s. No 26s even on that dot plot at all. No dots above the 26. Same thing with this one. I see a 16 and, oh, look here. They're not going in counting order and they totally missed. They made this should have been a 2 instead of a 1 because there's no 11 or 12 or anything on this. Okay, so that one is wrong. And so 21, 22, 22, 24, 25, 25, 27, 28, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 30s, and then 3 33s. So that one's going to be our answer. On your homework, when you have something that looks like this, okay, that's 49 is your minimum value, okay? And then right here, these, when you get into something that looks like this number is 100, 100, 102. Then you have 110, 111, 117, 117, 120, 120, 120, 122, 133, 134. Okay, that's what that means if you see that.